What's up guys, KalipezTech here, coming back at you with another video. Today, we're going to be testing out Instagram on the BLU G71 and seeing how well it runs. Instagram is definitely one of the most popular social media platforms in the game right now. If you do go on social media a lot, you're probably going to be using this app at least a little bit on your phone. So I'm going to do a quick demonstration to show you how well Instagram runs on this phone. Let's get started. So I got the app downloaded onto the device. We're gonna pull it up right now. There we go. It loaded up real quick, no problems there. Scrolling through the feed now, no issues so far. Now I am connected to Wi-Fi and not using data, so if there's any lag here, it will be because of the phone and not because of slow internet. So keep that in mind. I'm seeing no issues with scrolling or anything. It actually works really well. This phone is getting 3 GB of RAM in its processor, so that definitely helps a bit. Now one thing there's a lot of on Instagram is videos, and with the typical processors used in the more low-end phones, a lot of the time playing videos on an app like Instagram is a little bit challenging. The videos get a little distorted, sometimes they don't load very well, so we're gonna scroll through a few videos and see how it works on this phone. So you can see this ad is playing really well.
For a lot of people, Gary D showed me. A lot of people try to build an audience, and then they
And as you can see here, the audio sounds really good, and the video isn't lagging at all. It looks pretty much how you would expect it to look in any phone.
It's very easy for me to delegate because I trust people, and I trust them up front.
We're gonna go to my profile real quick. So I did just recently start a new Instagram page for this channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at KalipezTech. I will be posting regular content on this page, so definitely stay tuned. That being said, this is what the typical Instagram profile looks like on this phone. It was real easy to load, no problems there. Let's take a look at some stories. This is Gary V, by the way. He's really awesome. I definitely recommend following him. So as you can see, the stories do load really well. So Instagram has this animation that typically happens when you open a story. And as you can see here, there's no lag in the animation at all. It is running really smoothly. You're gonna go to this little plus if you ever wanna post a photo or a video. It had a little bit of lag there, but it wasn't really too bad. Pulled that up real fast. Overall, it does run really smoothly in most functions, but when you do things on the app that have a little bit more animation, when you're posting a picture, switching screens, that sort of thing, there is just a tiny bit of lag. It doesn't have the smoothness as some of the higher performance phones do, so definitely keep that in mind. It doesn't really affect the functionality, but at the same time, it is noticeable. This is what it looks like when you go to post a story. Same kind of thing. The animation was pretty smooth for what you would expect from an entry-level phone, but there was just a tiny bit of lag. If you compare it to a more high-end phone, you're definitely gonna see a difference. It is not nearly as fast as those flagship phones or even higher-end mid-level phones out there. It is gonna have a little bit of lag and it's not perfect, but I definitely think it is usable. So I'm cycling through a bunch of these silly filters right now just to show you what the animation really looks like. As you can see here, it handles it okay, but a lot of the time when there's more animation, like right here, it really lags quite a bit. I wouldn't use this phone for a ton of stuff like this. Basically, the more animation there is, the more lag there's gonna be. This phone really doesn't handle extreme filters and animation stuff very well. It's okay, it's definitely passable if you wanna post something like this, but it will lag a bit. It's not gonna be the fastest, especially compared to the more high performance phones. I would definitely take it easy when you're using an app like Instagram for this phone, because a lot of parts of Instagram are really graphics heavy. As you can see here, it doesn't run bad, but it also isn't the greatest when it comes to these things. As you can see there, it kind of froze up a little bit when I was changing the filter. And again here, it's freezing up just a tiny bit. So compared to the flagship phones, it's definitely not going to be nearly at that level, but for an entry-level phone, it is what it is. It's not too bad. It's definitely usable. So if you can handle a little bit of lag and don't mind it being a little slower in certain functions, then I would definitely say Instagram is usable on this phone. Here's the Explore section. Again, the scrolling is really smooth and it's loading pictures really fast as I'm scrolling deeper and deeper. The only thing I really see a problem with on this phone is either when you're changing screens or if you're doing something with a lot of animation, mostly those filters on the stories. Now, it really depends from user to user how often you're gonna use a function like that. But when it comes to just average, normal, everyday use, if you're just posting pictures, scrolling through the feed, that kind of thing, it's gonna be completely fine. Even if you're posting a regular story, it should be fine. The only time the phone has any trouble is when you're trying to use those filters with lots of animation, lots of graphics heavy kind of stuff that really change the appearance of the whole frame. That's when you're really gonna see problems. So in conclusion, is this gonna give you flagship level performance when you're using Instagram? No, it's really not. It does struggle in a couple different areas, but is it usable? I would say it absolutely is usable. You can definitely do almost anything you normally would do on Instagram pretty effortlessly. The scrolling is good, posting pictures, viewing your profile, liking pictures, all that kind of stuff is completely normal. There's no problem with it and it'll work just as it would on any other phone, no matter what the price range is. But when you're doing things on this app that have a little bit more animation, whether you're going to post a picture or a story, or if you're using some of those filters that have intense graphics on them, then the phone is definitely gonna struggle a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.